Hi there, my name is Sarah Walls and I own SAPT, which is also known as Strength and Performance Training. What I want to talk about today is another one of our coaching concepts, which is the concept of empathy and coaching with empathy. And sort of for our purposes, the definition of empathy in terms of our clients is as simple as having an understanding and appreciation for their physical and psychological situation for that moment in time. And the moment in time is kind of defined as whatever that training session is for the day. So an hour, 75 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. I have something that I like to talk about with our coaches a lot when it's appropriate, which is the idea that everybody that comes into our doors for a training session should be treated equally. They should be treated in a way that, you know, if they come in and you can just kind of tell by the vibe that they're in a bad mood, they don't want to be there, something's going on, you know, we can't, as coaches, take that personally. So the goal that we always talk about, and this was always my goal in working with whether it was large teams or individuals or groups, and that was to make every single person smile at least once. So that's kind of our rule amongst the staff when they're out coaching. Everybody that's in for that hour, some people, you know, they're having an awesome day or they're super talkative, and you're going to have no trouble getting them to smile, getting them to engage, getting them to laugh. But for other people, whether they're having a bad day or it's just their personality, it's going to be a little bit tougher to do. But once you engage somebody and you get them to smile, you know, automatically their energy picks up. They're going to feel better. They're going to feel a closer connection with the staff or with the other clients that are in working during that hour. One thing that I made a note about is empathy, I think, can sometimes be confused as weak leadership. You know, you often think of like the football coach or the football strength and conditioning coach just yelling at his guys while they're training or while they're at practice. That's definitely not empathetic leadership at all. And you know, you in my experiences, if you try to just yell at athletes, yell at clients to sort of assert yourself, it's just not going to work. You know, you have to gain people's respect and show them that you're actually invested in them and their progress before you can kind of pull out some kind of emotional reaction to whatever's going on. It just won't work. So I would make the argument that not only is coaching with empathy not an example of weak leadership, it's actually an example of extremely strong and confident leadership. When you have somebody who's coaching you, who is leading you, and is doing so in a calm, confident way, and in a way where they're trying to connect with that individual, I believe that that's true leadership, and that's something that we employ at SAPT with all of our sessions, all of our clients. You know, on continuing on that thought of empathy, one of the other things that we do during coaching sessions, outside of just trying to make somebody smile, but going a little bit deeper than that into what that means, is we're always trying to meet the needs of our clients during that coaching session. So what that means is that we want to find out when they come in what their physical readiness is for that session. And for that day, does their physical readiness actually line up with what their planned program is expecting of them physically? If it doesn't, either they're like feeling amazing and they've been pretty beat down lately, well, that means we need to make an adjustment and ramp up the intensity, ramp up the volume for the day. On the other hand, if they're coming in and they didn't sleep the night before because they were studying for tests, they had practice right before they came in, and they haven't eaten, well, that's going to indicate to us that their physical readiness is pretty low, and that to keep them safe and productive, we need to dial things back a bit. So that's when we'll make actual changes to the program. The other thing that we want to know is their psychological readiness. Again, you know, are they coming in to train with us under some kind of, distress of some sort. Has something been going on at home? You just never know, and it's our job to try to read that individual and see if we can pick up on any nonverbal cues, and certainly verbally if they tell us directly. Then it's our job to make the adjustments. So it's kind of like, where's their mind at that day, and what do we need to do to change things up to adjust for that. And the reason we make these adjustments, again, is to just make sure we're meeting the needs of that client at exactly the right point for them on that day. So the customization that we do extends into the moment by moment. We spend a lot of time planning programs, but then we're prepared to make those moment by moment adjustments. And all of this ensures, more often than not, that not only have we had a productive training session for that client, which is why they're coming to us after all, but that we've also probably managed to improve their day. Even if it is just as simple as getting them to smile once, and maybe laugh a little bit. But if we can move towards their training goals and also improve their day, then we definitely consider that an incredibly successful training session. And like the theme is, this is what we call coaching with empathy.